Thirsty, thirsty, trying to choose. I mean, I know I'm pretty cool.
Reach for your goals, hear what you're told, think that you know, see what you're shown.
Okay, so what fountain pen do we have today? I'm sure you guys can tell by the little title up above. So today we are looking at the Jinhao 500, which is another Chinese fountain pen, and which I didn't think that it resembled this fountain pen until I got it. I didn't think that it actually resembled another fountain pen, but I guess in the grand scheme of things, if you think of any fountain pen, more than likely it resembles another fountain pen, just like songs in today's world and things. It's really hard to invent something new because you're pretty much inventing something on top of something else. It's just how much are you taking from that design, which is a very big thing in this fountain pen community, which I feel like many people look at. And real quick, just because I know I do this all the time and I do listen and read the comments that everyone puts on my videos, the Platinum 3776th Century. I've been saying 37/6th Century for I don't know how long, and I'm sorry. Whenever I speak fast and it just comes out wrong, so that's my bad. All right, now since we have that cleared up, so yeah, today we're looking at the Jinhao 500, and we're gonna see what it has to offer. And I literally just went on a tangent, kind of. So what I was really gonna compare it to, or which fountain pen it looks like, I think it looks like, is probably going to be the Pelican M600, which I have not reviewed yet, because this is the fountain pen that I got whenever I was in Greece. So we're gonna see how this works. So this is really quickly how we're gonna hit this. We're gonna put the fountain pens together. We're gonna compare them. I'm gonna throw some slides up on there, which is gonna show the dimensions of the fountain pen. And then we're going to, after we compare it to other fountain pens, then we are going to put nib to paper and we're going to see how it writes. Rewind. Actually, before we put nib to paper, I'm going to be taking the fountain pen apart so you guys can pretty much see what's inside, what are its guts. Let's get down and dirty. Okay, well, a little too far right there. Let's look at its guts and let's see how it works, all right? That being said, this kills it. Okay, so right away I'm going to apologize on the angle of things. So my tripod broke and I'm waiting for my tripod to come in the mail right now, but I didn't want to wait any longer to put a review out. So that being said, I'm sorry. I don't know how many, I really feel bad about this, but I really want to get this out there because I've had this pen for 2 months. So we're just going to do a couple of comparisons and I hope it kind of looks all right. So what we have first to compare it to is the Pen BBS 323. And as you can see, it is just slightly longer than the Pen BBS 323 if you have that pen. And then we're going to look at one of my favorite fountain pens, the Platinum 37/6th Century, my EDC pen, my workhorse fountain pen. It's been thrown around, sadly, but it has. And they're pretty much equivalent. They're pretty much equal. They're the same. There's no alligator eating the pen, if you guys catch that little math reference. All right, and then we have the Moonman M2, cigar shape, and this one is it's longer. It's beating the Jinhao 500 fountain pen, and the Jinhao 500 fountain pen is pretty slim trim. It's not really a thick, huge fountain pen, but it still has some heft to it. And then we're looking at its twin, the Pelican M600. I'm not going to say the name because I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm tired of slandering names. So the M600 is already a small pen. It's not the M800. It's not the M1000. It's not the M400 though either. It's kind of in the middle, kind of right there. And yeah, let's get down into the guts. So first things first, you'll notice is it is definitely a cap to where you're going to pull it off. a few other things that you'll definitely notice is you can't really see it. I'll see if I can try to show you guys with the photo, but on the cap it is bent. I guess they went to get rougher with it whenever it was coming from China. I don't know what happened. It took 20 days, so I guess in that 20-day journey, the fountain pen took a little more than it could handle. And once we start to pull this pin off, well, first things first. Okay, so yeah, like I was saying, it's kind of not really a taper right here, but as you can see, it has a gold-plated accent, air quotes, gold-plated. And it has this, I don't even know what color to call this. Let me see if I can get some more light on there so you guys see what I'm talking about. I don't know what color to call this, but it is honestly just gorgeous. My lighting does not do it any justice at all. Just look at that color and just like the shimmer it kind of has to it. It kind of has like, I don't want to say glitter, but kind of has some sparkles, or if you guys can catch it, just kind of has some sparkles on it. All right, so probably should have moved the light closer, but well, shoot, definitely don't want to break that light. All right, that could be bad. Let's just hope for the best. Okay, so then once we start coming down to the actual section, it's just a straight drop, just a straight little drop, and then more of this gold-plated or whatever material it is. And this is a small nib. I'm gonna call it a number 5 nib. If I'm wrong, someone can correct me. I have not tested that out yet though, but it's definitely not a number 6 size nib. And then once you unscrew it, it is not a piston filler or vacuumatic or any of that. It is a straight converter. As you guys can see, I'm running very low on ink, so we're not even gonna pull that out, but no metal at all, just straight plastic from the section right here. And then the plastic converter. That is pretty much the Jinhao 500 fountain pen and the cap. Oh, well, let's go over the cap real quick. So the cap. Once you look at the cap, if you're looking at the band, well, the clip, my bad. The clip, it has three little tiny buttons, which are not buttons, but 3 little tiny bumps on the clip. And then as it goes down, it kind of goes down to like a bill, which kind of reminds me of the Pelican M600. So this is the Pelican M600 cap, and this is the Jinhao 500 fountain pen cap. And yeah, the bills are not exactly the same, but it kind of mimics it a tad bit, which is not always bad. And then, okay, we'll leave this cap here actually. And then another thing that you can really see whenever you're comparing these two fountain pens is, all right, so just so we have this in check, this is the Jinhao 500, this is the M600 Pelican. It has this little temple kind of thing at the end of the cap, this little temple kind of thing, and it just goes down and then comes back up. And it has nothing on the top of it, unlike the M600, which has the little Pelican at the top. So that being said, let's get down to nib and paper. One last thing, can this fountain pen post, which I always forget? Yeah, I can post, but like I said, it's very heavy. Kind of gives you a feeling of just like it's off balance. Just, it's not for me. And when you post this fountain pen, it doesn't even go all the way down. There's no satisfying. It just feels like it should not even be there. It even has a little wobble to it. Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, wobble. All right, we're done. Okay, so now we're gonna get down to this writing portion, sadly, since I don't have a good tripod. Okay, so let's get down to this this little nib to paper. Okay, so this. Let's try to get the focus there. This is the Jinhao. That's definitely not supposed to be an O. 500. Okay, so I'm not going to do a very long writing session at all because, like I said, my tripod is broken and I don't like this angle that I have going for me. So let's see how this works. Okay, so in terms of, can we get any kind of line variation out of this fountain pen? You very well can get some line variation out of this fountain pen. And in terms of this fountain pen, it's a very, I guess, not a hefty fountain pen. I take that back with the weight. It's kind of light, but not light like an M600. If that's gonna give you any reference, it's a pen to where it can sit in my hand comfortably for a good amount of time. Maybe like an hour-long writing session if I needed to. I know it's there, but then I know it's not there sometimes. So this fountain pen, as you can see, that's not even really skipping. I dipped the fountain pen because I needed to put some more ink in. Was too lazy to fill it up with more ink. So it's a great fountain pen. It works when you want it to work. It's definitely a good fountain pen for less than $5. Less than $5. I mean, can you really go wrong with this fountain pen? Has variation if you need variation. Just don't push it too much. And I just ran it. There we go. Don't push it too much. But you can get some really good line variation out of this fountain pen. I'm not calling it a flex, but you can get some really good variation out of this fountain pen. Now, I know this is usually not like how my fountain pen reviews go. This one was kind of a little, actually, you know what? Let me change the angle real quick so you guys don't have to look at this no more. Okay, so this review was definitely a hard one. It's not my best work, but as the great Casey Neistat said, sometimes you need to sacrifice, or that's not what he said. Okay, hold up, my bad. As the great Casey Neistat said, don't try to get the best footage all the time because sometimes that will hinder you being able to put out something that somebody might like or somebody might need that day. Sometimes those small things that aren't the best add up to being the best. So I feel what he feels. I see what he's talking about. As a creator and other creators, sometimes I feel like with our work, we try to perfect it, and then trying to perfect it, we make it look like garbage. Well, maybe not garbage, my bad. Maybe not garbage, but it would have looked so much better if it was a lot more natural. And if sometimes, we just have our bad days. Everybody has their bad days. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has bad. All right, anyways. Like I was saying, yeah, so fountain pen, the Jinhao 500. Would I get this fountain pen again if I had the money? Well, I guess I do have the money, but no. Didn't really give a. I'm not even gonna call this fountain pen review, but no, this is that pen that I've had. I just don't have the urge to want to write with it. I don't know why. So I guess it might just be a cosmetic thing. I definitely prefer a Jinhao 992. I prefer a Pen BBS 323. And I'm really hungry, actually. Dang, I'm starving. This is getting hard to make. But I guess since I have the Pelican M600, I really just don't enjoy this fountain pen. So I'm just going to stop rambling on and I'm going to post this video. I'm going to hope for the best. I just want you guys to see this Jinhao 500 and just let me know what you guys think. Besides the video being really atrocious and terrible. I promise when that tripod gets here, I will make the best video y'all have seen in terms of fountain pen reviews. That should be a thing. Shouldn't be a thing. Fountain pen videos. There we go. That being said, have a blessed day, have a blessed night. Wherever you are, just have it. Have some soul, have some heart. Know that somebody is caring for you and somebody loves you. Ciao. Adios. Bye.